What's going on Instagram? Indigenous Rookie Cards, aka Name, coming at you with another Indigenous Sunday. And hey, I'm actually here on Sunday, so that's good. I don't have a ton to really talk about this week, but I do want to make consistent videos, so I'm coming up on here on a Sunday night, getting this video done for y'all. Hopefully you do watch them all, watch them to the very end, and if you do, I appreciate you. So I just want to get started off by mentioning, like, yeah, I'm in my Oregon Ducks gear. Pac-12 football is finally beginning, and if you've noticed my Instagram stories, I am an Oregon Ducks fan. A lot of people don't know that. I do love college sports. I actually like college sports a lot more than professional level sports. Like, I grew up watching a lot of college basketball, and recently, within the last 10 years, I got into college football, and I'm a huge Oregon Ducks football fan. So if you've seen on my story this past weekend, Ducks games are a little bit of a deal in my household. We get some tailgating food together. This just started within the last year, and hopefully my kids pick up on it and they really enjoy it, and they look forward to Saturdays in the future because of Oregon Ducks football. So yeah, in my Ducks gear, won a game yesterday. Usually wear my Ducks gear all weekend, and here I am Sunday night, still have it on, and really happy with how things turned out yesterday. But another thing I want to talk about is, if you've seen on my story a couple days ago, maybe even been yesterday, I don't know, haven't really been able to keep track of the time, I guess, but what I want to do is I want to highlight some collectors on Instagram who collect Indigenous players as part of their personal collections. So I have reached out to a few people who I know collect Indigenous players as part of their PC, and I've asked if I could showcase them on my Instagram story or on my page, just so that other people can see that there are other people who do collect Indigenous hockey players. And I'm really looking forward to what I can share with you. Already there's been a lot of really awesome cards that have been sent to me in my DMs, and hopefully over the next week or so, I'll be able to get those out on my story or on my page and just do a feature on those collectors. So I'm looking forward to that this week. I didn't have any mail this week. I'm still waiting for that piece of mail that I talked about last week. It was a big card that I won off eBay. Big card to me because I've been looking for this card for a long time. And once it comes in, I'll tell you all about it, and I'll tell you why I've been looking for it for a long time. And now it's part of my collection. And hopefully by next Sunday it'll be here, because we're coming up on 2 weeks since I won the auction and since it was put in the mail. And that is an auction that is being mailed within Canada. So I guess that's pretty typical. Within 2 weeks is usually the window when I've been getting mail from people I buy off who are Canadian. So hopefully tomorrow or the day after it'll be here, because I'm really looking forward to that card. So I'll just get started with the card of the week. And my card of the week is this 1975-76 O-Pee-Chee Peter Sturgeon rookie card. Who is Peter Sturgeon, do you wonder? Peter Sturgeon is known as the first NHL player from Yukon from the Yukon territory to play in the NHL, which is very significant. There's only been 4 players from the Yukon who were drafted. I guess 5 now with Dylan Cousins, but only 2 have actually played in the NHL, and he is one of them, and he's the first one. And Peter Sturgeon is actually Indigenous. Peter Sturgeon is from the Chippewa of the Thames community in Ontario, I guess I would say. I don't want to say tribe because we don't usually use that terminology here in Canada. And the reason I found out about this is because I had somebody reach out to me via email to point this out to me. And I actually had a connection through that person because of the work that I was doing with Upper Deck this summer and early fall. Um, I was reaching out to some former players, family members, and I got to talking to them over email for quite a few weeks, and they were actually kind enough and thought enough of me to send me an email to let me know that they know of another Indigenous player who not many people know about. So they gave me this player's name. Peter Sturgeon played 6 games in the NHL, was drafted by the Boston Bruins in the second round. I think it was like 38th overall or something like that, which is pretty cool. That's a pretty good draft selection. But here's what I find interesting about this card. This card is from 75-76. So he was about 22 years old, 21 years old in this picture. Um, and on the back of it, you can see it says no NHL career record. So in those times, this is like something that you don't see every day. Like, I don't know if this is something with just this set, but back in those days in the 70s and 80s, it was so hard to get on a card. As you know, there's a few players from my collection who don't have an NHL card, and they played over 100 games in the NHL. And this guy didn't play a single game, and he has a hockey card made with the Boston Bruins in 75-76. He actually played his 6 games with the Colorado Rockies, and that was over 2 seasons from 1979 to the end of the 81 season. Never actually suited up for Boston, but I just think it's really significant that he had this card made and he didn't have any games played. I am still in the process of finding out more bio info on Peter Sturgeon. I have been in contact with his sister. His sister was actually the one who reached out to me after, I guess, the mutual friend that we have initially emailed me, and we've been passing emails back and forth. And there's a little bit of information that I'm trying to collect from her. So before I post this on my Instagram and before it goes on my website, I'm going to get that information and then post that up for everybody as soon as I can. But yeah, pretty awesome card. First player from the Yukon in the NHL, and also Indigenous, so that's pretty significant if you ask me. Yeah, if somebody is a vintage collector from the 70s and you know about these 75-76 cards, and if there were other players who didn't have any NHL statistics or games played and got a rookie card, please let me know. I just find that so interesting, just because of the fact that I mentioned. But yeah, that's my card of the week. I didn't actually get this in the mail. I picked this up locally at the Players Choice Collectibles here in Kelowna. And yeah, I just went down and picked it up after I got all the information. And yeah, that's pretty much my video for the week. So I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something new. And I'll see you back here next week. I'm also trying to get more YouTube activity and content going. So if you are on YouTube, please subscribe. Please like this video. And please, if you do have any questions, feel free to interact in the comments. I'd appreciate that a lot. Have a great day.